Hey, what's going on, guys? Pineapple Sway. Today I'm going to be going over a complete beginner's guide for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. We're going to be going over many different things today that will consist of loadouts, squad levels, mastery levels, gear, resource grinding, how to unlock masteries, advice on squad talents, how to level up fast, and what to look for in items and gear. As always, please consider liking and subscribing as it helps me out tremendously. We're going to be diving right into this video, so let's get right into it. Starting out, as most of you guys know, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is a looter shooter game, and it's live service, so the game is always changing, so there's always updates and stuff to always look out for. So starting off, we're going to be going over the first thing that I like to go over when a new episode or season drops in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Obviously, right now the screen doesn't reflect that because we're basically at the beginning of the game showing a beginning cutscene that features the Suicide Squad and a corrupted Green Lantern. But basically, when you first log into the game, and if you're a new and a beginning player, and when you first start out, it's going to be a little confusing and probably a bit overwhelming just how much is on your screen, because I could, for one, even say myself, it is a bit confusing and there's not really much guidance to what you should do next, but we're going to be going over where to start, where to begin, how to progress, and so on and so forth, and then go over the few things that I mentioned earlier when we started this video. So to start, when you basically first boot up Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, you're going to want to go over to one of the tabs in game that is called the Nexus. Now, the Nexus won't be unlocked until I believe you complete the main story. So obviously we're going to have our game modes. So make sure before you get into this video, make sure you have completed the main story, because honestly, everything that I'm talking about today doesn't really apply to the main story. Your main thing is just to want to beat the game and then move on to this. So obviously we're in the Nexus right now. You guys can see all of the different else worlds. And what I like to do basically before a new season or new episode starts, before I play, I like to basically go into the Nexus and check to see, hey, what's new, what's going on in the game, what are some things that I can go for, starting with the gear. If you go through the gear in the Nexus, it's going to be really cool to see all the different items and all of its different bonuses to offer, so you guys will have an idea of what to go for. Even different seasons will offer different gear, like here's Frozen Hearts. So there's many different things to go for. And obviously you have to go through the Nexus to check to see, hey, what items do I want, what items do I need, and then basically also to check mutators. Mutators are really important because it can define how good or how bad your build will be, and it can completely break your current build that you used in the last season. So obviously check for those 3 or 4 things before you start. Now, obviously, now we're going to be moving to loadouts and what to look out for gear. Now, it can be pretty overwhelming because there's many different items in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and you're probably confused on what do I need to make good builds. Obviously, the most important thing that I would say is always read what your item that you're using does. That is the most important and number one important thing to make sure you know exactly what your item is doing. Read. I can't make that clear enough. I have had so many people ask me about why is the hot potato grenade draining my shield, or what is causing me to drain my shield. Make sure you're reading what you're equipping to get a better understanding of 1, how your gear works, and 2, how your loadout will be built correctly. Obviously, once you find all the items that you want and or need to make your perfect loadout, after going through the different descriptions, you're going to want to take it out and try it and test it. Now, this can be also confusing as well, because after you beat the main story, you have your loadout, you have your gear, you have everything set out, you probably have a character or 2 maxed out. Now you really want to progress with the end game. But the end game can be pretty confusing because it doesn't really give you a clear direction of what to do and what's next. So obviously, once you're done building your loadout, perfecting everything that you want, getting your augments, getting the certain items that you wanted, like for me, as you can see right here, I'm building my loadout because want to build a loadout that I like, that I'm going to enjoy. You're going to be probably confused because you're like, what do I do next? I beat the main story. What is next on the agenda board? Now, obviously, the first things first that you're going to want to do is to defeat the episode or season's Brainiac. Before you even go out and play with your build and test it out, you're going to want to defeat Brainiac. Although it can be fun at times using your build and trying out new items and new gear, if you really want to progress and grow in mastery levels and progression, you're going to want to defeat Brainiac. Now when you defeat the Brainiac for the first time in an episode, you're going to get this right here.
The phasing array so they can choose the terms.
Now, what does that exactly mean? It means you have unlocked mastery levels. So every time you basically now play mayhem missions, or as these are called, incursions, not mayhem missions, you will basically progress a mastery level or two. So after I defeat this mission, as you guys will see, I'm doing mastery 394, but starting out, you guys will be at most likely mastery level 10. So keep that in mind. You'll either be at 1 or level 10. It depends on the episode. So after I go through this mission and, blow some stuff up and defeat it at, Mastery 394. In this case, it'll be Mastery 1 or 10 for you guys. As you guys can see, new Mastery level 396. And my Thieves rank will increase. And then I'll be also getting mission rewards and, obviously, resources. Those are also really important, as we'll be diving into that later. But what did we just do? We basically beat the mastery mission at our current level at the time, and it increased our level to a new level to unlock more mastery missions. This will be our best way to progress through the game, to unlock resources, new gear, and leveling up very quickly. Now, with that being said, you also don't want to run the same mastery mission over and over, because then you won't progress. You want to switch up the mastery missions. Obviously, for Season 3, Episode 5, there is many options, but don't get confused, because with Brainiac, you will not increase in mastery level. That's only if you want corrupted gear or to unlock mastery levels, which we already mentioned. Make sure you switch it up as well. The best rotation is to find 3 missions that you're comfortable with to constantly increase your mastery level. Obviously, this season offers 6, but to basically steadily increase your mastery level and consistently increase your mastery level, it is best to go with 3. But like what I said, do not get confused with Brainiac, because you will not progress. Time to move on to resource grinding. Resources can be really weird in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and if you're not, paying attention, you can run out of resources really fast. First things first, you're going to want to knock out your daily mayhem bonus every single day with Brainiac, and there's also care packages. Care packages can give you a nice amount of resources, and clan care packages. Clan care packages are probably the best, but you have to be in an active clan if you want to get the most from clan care packages. They also offer care packages also offer Battle Pass XP, so it's quick and easy to level up in the Battle Pass. Now, your best way of getting resources is just going to be simply playing the game and grinding those mastery levels. Now on to talents. Talents can also be really confusing in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, because there is a ton of different things. There's your talent tree for an individual character, and then there is your squad skills. Now, squad skills, how do you unlock squad skills? Now, squad skills can be unlocked basically once you have every character reach level 30. The 4 main characters, mind you, you'll unlock squad level 100, and I want to say 120. And then with each new character that comes out, it'll increase the squad level all the way up to, I believe it's currently 210, I believe. So every time you reach level 30 with a new character, you unlock more squad skills. Now, the first things first you're going to want to knock out on the squad skills is probably use all of your talent points to get XP bonuses, because that's going to be really crucial in leveling up fast. And then after that, you're going to want to invest in damage. Most likely, I would say infused enemy damage, and then grenade damage will be a big part to helping you basically make your loadout or whatever you're running the best it can be. Also, too, there's the possibility of, you need to unlock more squad levels if you want to make your character the best it can be. Now, how do we get more squad levels? Obviously, that's going to be by playing the game and leveling up fast. But how do we get the most amount of XP? Now, this game offers many different varieties of XP resource gain, and you can get those through going to Toyman by augmenting your gear. Now in augmenting, you should know how to augment your gear. I don't really have to explain that, especially if you've played the game. The game will teach you and help you, but make sure you have at least your items deleted. But through melees, shields, traversals, grenades, neck bombs, and lucky charms, you can put XP gained on all of your different items. As you can see right here on my melee, XP gained. In my purple slot on my grenade, XP gained once again in my purple slot, and so on and so forth. You can see with many different items I'll have XP gained because it is my favorite thing, and it also makes a huge difference if you want to level up fast and unlock more squad talents, and also to progress through the main game by leveling up your characters fast. Now to mention, you're probably not going to hit level 30 in the main story. You might hit level 26 or 27, but if you have these augments, if you make it that far, obviously you'll have to complete the Toyman side missions to unlock the elite and nanotech to basically augment your gear like this. But as you can see, don't be afraid to elite your gear. Eliting your gear is the best thing that you can do if you want to basically build what you want, but eliting gear also comes at a cost, so you're going to need resources to elite your gear, so be mindful of that. But also too, like what I've mentioned, with the augments, you'll be able to change, and like what I said for XP gain, that is your best case scenario if you want to level up fast and unlock more squad skills. Now, as you guys can see, now if you want to get the most amount of your squad skills, you're going to have to, like what I said, level up all of your characters to level 30. But also too, if you have a certain character that you want to play as, or if you just don't want to unlock a certain character, I totally understand that as well. Now, that's basically about it. That's the beginner's guide for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I hope this helps out somebody. I tried to explain everything as best I can, since I know it can be really confusing. Like what I said though, hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Pineapple Sway, and I'll see you guys next time.
Wait, Floyd Lawton? They gotta do something about security at Arkham. You know what? I'm in the middle of recon for Brainiac. Let's walk and talk. Look at that. Insurgents can't touch us. Brainiac doesn't get...
You keep saying Brainiac like it's a thing, but I don't think it's a thing.
Brainiac's the one finally bringing order to this world. Making a home for his people. All this, soon it'll be a new planet Kolu. That's been my mission for what, 3 weeks now? Of that and securing loose metahumans. But looking at you, I don't see the potential. Either way, we'll put you to good use. Come on.